Hello everyone, this is TheEngimaticT, and we aren't here for This Week on GOG, rather we're here for a recommended Celebrity Daily Bundle. Now you can argue fairly effectively that I'm not actually a celebrity as far as gaming is concerned, but here at GOG we thought we'd like to mix things up a bit and try to find a recommendation for you that's a bit off the beaten path. Now the actual gaming celebrities who've been participating in these daily recommended bundles have been looking for games that you probably would know. Successful games like Icewind Dale or Rise of the Triad or other games that are pretty big hits. I thought I'd do something a bit different here and find a game of mine that I'm particularly fond of, but which you may very well not know. Now, since you've probably been able to read the headline of this video, you know the games we're talking about here are Robinson's Requiem, Deus, and Miasmata. The game in particular that I'm familiar with that I thought I'd show you here is Robinson's Requiem. It's a game that I played quite a few years ago, back when it was new. Definitely enjoyed, and even beat several times. Now, Robinson's Requiem has kind of a reputation for being a brutal skull crusher of a game. The kind of thing that only the manliest of men can possibly play and finish. I think the reputation has some honesty to it, but honestly the game is not as brutal as perhaps history says it is. Since many people who are familiar with this game may have been put off by the kind of extreme difficulty curve they've heard exists, I thought I'd take a few minutes and show you some of Robinson's Requiem and discuss how this game might not be quite as unfairly hard as reputation suggests it is. Now, something else that I find interesting about this game, and one of the things I love about the old games on GOG, is you can see some firsts here. This is certainly not the first game with voxel technology, but this is one of the early games. You get to see a very interesting mix of voxel technology, which is essentially three-dimensional pixels, kind of like what you see in Minecraft, along with some FMV. Here we have some pre-rendered video that was, for the time, pretty cutting edge, although I'll admit now it looks pretty rough. Rather than have you sit through this entire intro animatic here, let me just briefly discuss what's going on here. You're on a spaceship, you're flying over a planet, spaceship crashes, life is terrible for you, you have to survive and escape. It's kind of every man for himself here, so good luck to you as you attempt to survive the travails of the wilderness. Here we are with Robinson's Requiem. Now, real men play Robinson's Requiem on hard. So I'll give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. I haven't played this game in years and years. Maybe I can sell this here. So here we are in the wilds of Robinson's Requiem. Now, one of the things that I have to get adjusted to on this game is that this is actually, it's not WASD. You have to use a number pad to move around on this, which is a bit of an adjustment for me here. Now, the first thing I remember you need to do is go out to the east here, where somewhere out here is the wreckage of your ship that crashed, which contains a bunch of things you'll need, like a medical kit. Now here, one of the advantages you find in the voxel technology is, for back in the day, this game had an incredible draw distance. Oh look, a cave full of things that want to kill me. I'm going to stay away from that. Had an incredible draw distance. The fact that I can see all the way out to a horizon here is nothing short of phenomenal for the technology of the time. The fact that I can also see dimly people wandering around out there is indicative that I should stay away from them until I find my ship. Alright, I know we're somewhere around here. I need to go to the east, somewhere. Alright, so as I'm wandering around here, looks like that might be my ship right there, actually. As I'm wandering around here, no, I'm going to find a thing here. Alright, I have, I guess, food. I can eat that. Back when I played this many years ago, I actually, in my school, we somehow got a hold of the French version of this game. I don't really know any French. So, as a result, this game was maybe more mysterious to me than it would be to somebody who actually knew what was going on. As a result, I don't know the names of anything. I'm unfamiliar with most of the plot points, other than the fact that there's a lady who sends you notes constantly, and it is possible that they make sense if you are actually someone who speaks French. I gotta find the damn thing. Alright, I will do a jump cut to where I actually find the crashed remains of the ship. Aha! No, I won't. I have found them. Also, I think I hear a tiger. That's a bit disturbing. Medkit! Oh, yes, sweet mystery of life, at last I found you. Really, you can't beat the game without the medkit. If you try, I mean, maybe you can. I don't think you can. Given that you'll end up contracting fevers and other phenomenally terrible things as you go through the game, you definitely want to make sure that you're stocked up on your medicine first. So after I'm doing this, I am going to go find a guy who has some things I want, mostly a knife. Now, in Robinson's Requiem, like many other games of the era, the idea of role play is not so strong on the conversational side of things. I'm not going to go up to somebody and through clever use of wiles or language persuade him to give me a knife. I'm going to have to take it from him through the use of sweet force. This is particularly challenging because I don't have a knife. And they say don't bring a knife to a gunfight, but they also say don't bring your fists to a knife fight. So this is probably going to go badly for me. Alright, I'm gonna... I think there's only 3 pieces of wire you can get. The wire will come in handy later for crafting, because this game also has a crafting mechanic. And you will want to make use... Oh, 4, there we go. You'll want to make use of these crafting mechanics to help assemble things. Weapons, repair, make a bow and arrow, well, make a bowstring. Regardless, this is not a game for someone who's not willing to try and put things together. My weapon, fist. Alright, be ready. I've come here to wreck your world. We're gonna have a chat with this guy. Hey dude, how's it going?
Greetings, Traveler. Welcome to my holiday camp. It's not exactly the Carnival of World Exploration. You'll soon get to understand the house rules here. Every man for himself, and you're in my territory! So get lost. Kiss off. And don't let me catch you again in this sector. My fist is just a touch volatile. So get lost.
So this guy's not very friendly. Every man for yourself, sort of thing. And there we go. Apparently, I still have at least enough of a touch to get my knife back. Let me... Oops, here we are. Give me knife. Yes. Now I need to connect all these identification kits. This is actually important for the plot here. Alright, so now I'm armed with a survival knife. I've got matches, I've got a computer, I've got an empty gourd, which I need for water. Because one thing you have to make sure you're keeping track of here is the fact that you need to be hydrated and fed. In some way, so this is not particularly unusual for, think of it like Minecraft or any other survival sim. You have to make a living here. Alright, so, this takes advantage of many of the... Well, this takes advantage. You have to take advantage of the fact that, like many games back in the age, think of Eye of the Beholder, with, you know, punch, step, there are ways to survive and counter the variety of things, with, as long as you're agile about it. If you just sit there and take the hits, you'll probably regret it. Go ahead and save this here. Alrighty, I'm going to save this because I'm going to show you one of those things that you really can't fight very successfully. Remember the first time I encountered this in the game, I nearly wet myself. I was younger then, okay? Don't judge. So, this game, for all that we're set in the far woods and it's in the middle of nowhere, there's a tiger. Well, this guy isn't a tiger. What is this? Oh, this is great. This will be a fun conversation. Here we are.
Hello. How are you? I'm not too bad, but I'm not feeling my normal self. I hope you recognize me. Darwin 5? Changed a lot in 5 years. Been on a lot of missions to con. Picked up a lot of dirty tricks. Here it comes again. I'm feeling ravenous. All of a sudden.
That guy should have a whole lot of teeth for a human. I mean, okay, he's not actually human anymore, but still. Alright, if I get hit, particularly in hard mode here, this guy starts to bite me, I'm in for a world of hurt. There we go. Oh, I turned back into a human. Nothing on his body. Let me check and make sure I'm not too screwed up here. No, you didn't even get touched. That's the way I like to do it. Alrighty. Let me go back into actual weapon mode here, because there's still bad guys around somewhere hereabouts. Alrighty, so I'd like to point out that there are a variety of ways you can die here. One of the things that's a bit challenging about Robinson's Requiem is, yes, if you aren't smart about this, you will die. There's one of the things I found particularly dumb about Robinson's Requiem is that every time you go for a swim, you get the flu. Which, as a guy from Florida, I'm aware of the fact that you can actually go swimming and not contract deadly diseases out of it, but I suppose in France, maybe they didn't have coasts there? I don't know. Regardless, I'm going to wander around here. Rather than take the time of going through every single possible area here, let's just do a quick supercut. Well, I'll do this as well here. We will have a save, back up. Alright, and then here's what happened if you aren't prepared to go into the cave properly. Oh look, it's dark in here. That doesn't sound good. Alright, well, maybe I can make a fire. That's in my inventory options somewhere here, right? Impossible, alright. Well, so you can wander around here. No! No, no! Oh! Oh, my arm! I'm just gonna stab at things. I stabbed him! Ha! Take that! Take that thing in the dark! That sounds bad. Well, I've now killed something. On the other hand, one of the things you'll see about Robinson's Requiem is, look at me now here. Yeah, my pulse rate's bad, it's hammering, my blood pressure's low. Really, things don't look good for me at all. So I'm going to go here and start with a... where's my antibiotic gel? I'm probably going to die before I figure this out anymore. Quinine, antibiotic, aspirin. I'll take some antibiotic. I will throw on some bandages to my hand, bandages to my chest, bandages to my arm, and bandages to my other arm. Alright, now I'm not going to bleed to death. And indeed, if we look at my heart now, heart rate's still bad. I have a slight temperature, and my blood pressure is a little bit low. But that's okay. I'll calm down. I will get dehydration from blood loss, so, because this game does actually model a variety of things. So if I'm worried about blood loss, I should drink some water. There we go. That sounds bad.